for the NES. To give you a little bit of context, if you were to play this game casually, it might take you a few hours to complete. If you were to not use any of the glitches in the game, but apply speed techniques otherwise, it might take you half an hour. I'm going to show you the any percent category, which, with a spot of luck, will be less than 5 minutes. So, with that framing, let's begin. We start our adventure in the Blue Dragon. The Blue Dragon is a space station in orbit around Earth, made in the shape of a dragon. This fellow wearing sunglasses is Matic. He is here to tell us our mission, which is to find and kill Cain. This is a bit of a problem because Cain is our friend. So Strider Hyrule, the man striding in place, has some reservations about this, but first the thing is to find him. Then we will start our search for Cain in Kazakh. In terms of typical game progression, Kazakh is sort of a hub. You start here, you return here after you get certain progression items and keys. But in this route, we're not going to come back here ever again. We're going to do everything we need to do here in this visit. So, as I make my way left and right through these corridors, I'm searching for a good wall. On this wall, I will utilize Strider Hyrule's most powerful infiltration technique, the ability to phase through matter. There we go. What I just did was a sequence of inputs called backstepping, which let me lodge myself into that wall so I could zip. Zipping is basically the glitch that breaks this game. It allows you to circumvent all sorts of normal progression items. So at this point, I'm at the end of Kazakh, and I'm about to fight something called a Zane terminal. It is a pile of meat, guarded by this box, that is ostensibly some sort of mind control weapon. Anyhow, I'm going to destroy the box. I'm going to stab the pile of meat. Apologies for the screen flashing. The pile of meat attempts to defend itself with balls. And now that the pile of meat is exploding, we will get our first level up. We get our slide, and out of the pile of meat comes a floppy disk. And we're done with Kazakh forever. So we're back here on Blue Dragon. Let's analyze that floppy disk. What's on that floppy disk? Oh hey, it's a voicemail from Matic. And he's saying to Fascist Clay that he's protecting the Zane terminal in Africa. So let's go to Africa. But not normal Africa. Let's go to the part of Africa you can only get to via Australia. So here we are in the Australian outback. We're going to proceed over these spiky pits. And I'm going to try once the air zip. Sadly, I did not perform the air zip. The air zip is just a backstep you do in midair while flying at that wall. That's okay, there's a backup. The soldier, helpful as always, shoots me through that locked door. And here is the tube that takes us underneath the Indian Ocean to Africa. Ah, beautiful Africa. So we're going to slide, because sliding is faster than walking. We're going to utilize this wall to zip. And this pile of misloaded garbage is a Zane terminal. We're going to go over here, scroll it off screen, and load it in its true form as a pile of meat. We'll destroy its self-defense box. We'll stab the Zane down in Africa. And it explodes. Excellent. We get a level up, and we are on to the last level of the game. But first, back to Blue Dragon. What will we find in Blue Dragon? Oh, it's Cain. But he's not in good shape. He's dying. But he tells us with his dying breath to go to Red Dragon. Red Dragon is a duplicate of Blue Dragon, orbiting opposite of Blue Dragon around Earth. Normally, we do a lot of back and forth in Blue Dragon, but we're not going to do that. We're going to jump. We're going to jump through joy, right through the ceiling. And this is the final boss of the game. And we're just going to stand here, and it blows up for us. We didn't even have to scroll off screen to load it in as a meat pile. It's supposed to look a little different. And here we are, at the end of the game. A 4:05 would be a decent race time, so I'm happy with that run. I hope you enjoyed that run. This is actually the first game that I ever speedran. I learned it from stuff online. I really enjoyed it. It got me into this hobby. And I'd like to thank Retro Gaming Live for this opportunity to share this run with you. And I hope you enjoy the rest of the Retrothon. Thank you for your time.